So here is a quick video diary, Monday, June the 13th. Just a little recap of where we're at. We are doing a hard prune on all figs to try and restructure the base. Jana Gold's has lots and lots of fruit, and we're just going to again remove some fruit so that we can have larger apples. These are still recovering from the deer chow down of 2019. The xeriscape side of the garden's doing pretty well. Look at that baptisia. She had stunning blue flowers about 3 weeks ago. And none of that is irrigated, so I'm really pleased with that. This little section of the garden, again, non-irrigated. We've got some maple problems. Have to move this coral bark maple. Doesn't like this area, so we will do that in the latter fall. Again, poor butchered fig tree, but anyway, it'll come back. Astrantia below the grafted plum that we want to open up and have a nice vase-like format. A few plums this year. We won't get much, but it will be cultivated for next year. So this whole section, I divided all of the artichokes this year, so we'll see how many we get. We've got to bring this Veronica elsewhere in the garden, I think. This is our new Chilean guava from Bob and Verna Duncan at Fruit Trees and More. Really pumped about that. In all the containers on the deck, I have planted blue morning glory from Kew Gardens, and with an underplanting of Alaskan nasturtium. So that orange and blue should be kind of an interesting composition. We had to rejig the irrigation for the kiwi, so hopefully that'll do it and this guy can thrive. I'll fertilize it next week. Lavender. Oh, what's been really interesting this year is this heirloom pea. Look at it. It's purple. Love it. And it's got a really gorgeous sweet pea-like flower. Flowers themselves are worth it. So I'm looking forward to tasting these. They're not quite ready, but they're gonna be neat. Lots of lettuce still. We got stuff bolting. Garlic has, go back, garlic doing well. Here we've got fennel. I gotta do some heavier mulch on the fennel. Got all our potato bags. Now they're fully irrigated, so I don't have to worry about those. I just need to add soil next week. Here's all our sugar snap peas, and we have been feasting on those. I've got melon is coming up here to replace the peas, but lovely selection of peas. And I've got all the pumpkins and hard squashes down below. Kind of some interesting varieties of cucumber this year. An Itachi cucumber, which is a Japanese cucumber. We'll see how that goes. These are a tumbler tomato. They're early, and I look forward to having those. I think I'm going to put those on the bank next year because they're more visible and they have places to go. Again, some more of this purple pea. So cool. We got leeks. I interplanted dahlias this year because I thought that would be kind of fun. We got our bean teepee, which I've got to put all my line on that next week. Dahlias are coming up. This magnificent rose, oh my gosh, look at it. It's climbing up into the eucalyptus tree. And I just think it's the cat's meow. And it smells like, oh my gosh, like it's just so heady. It's beautiful and it's fragrant. A rare combination. And then here is raspberries gone wild. This next week we're going to move this trellising contraption which we used to use for staking tomatoes. We're going to put that over the raspberries and net it for the birds, and hopefully that will do it. I have been training this pear tree with some horizontal branching, and you get way more fruiting that way. So we'll see. We've been dealing with so many tent caterpillars this year, and I have not sprayed. So here's the ferning out of the asparagus. It's just an insane pollinator. These fronds, the bees just go crazy for them, and I don't know, in the early morning you can really hear them. They're just loaded. It's a little warm right now, but oh my gosh, look at that. And in here I've got beets, I've got kohlrabi. Carrots have been a bit of an oddity. I've got amaranth just for fun. We'll see how it goes. Again, a ton of squashes for zoodles, soft squashes and things like that. And we've had lots and lots of rhubarb coulis, and I've got rhubarb back in the corner as well. And man, I just love rhubarb. There's a couple of these roses that I don't know whether or not I'm going to allow them another year. They're just not really performing. This brings me joy. This is just a hot plant, but it just covers the deer fencing, and it has such a beautiful flower. It's totally worth its place in the garden. Look at the bay tree. Like, geez, this bay tree. And we hack it down at least twice a year. We're not hacking it right now because there's a beautiful little bird nest, and the birdies have survived. So we're going to keep that until after nesting season in September. So training the old Rambler rose onto the new trellis, which leads to the garden, and the new greenhouse area which has been built this year. We're going to put pavers all through here, the flagstones. Before I go in the greenhouse, I'm just going to have a little walk around the new area. 2 new figs, one San Antonio, which I'm really excited about, and one Desert King. San Antonio, apparently we can get 2 crops. This is 2 new roses, and then this is my birthday present for this year. It is a pomegranate tree, and I am very pumped about that. Take a look at the greenhouse. Take a look at this. Oh my gosh, look at these tomatoes. Greenhouses. Holy crap. I've got some citrus in the back here. And then I've got a star jasmine that I am going to train. And I think next year, where I've got comfrey tea happening in here, and then just more leaf mulch in here, and then our regular compost with comfrey planted adjacent to the compost as a nitrogen fixer. So here we go. This is all new garden, and let's go in the greenhouse. Potting bench is not finished. The flooring is we've just been placing this down for just to see how much more we need. But here is these. So in the greenhouse, tomatoes, many different varieties that I won't go into. I've got eggplant. I wanted to test cucumber in and out. I've got hot peppers. And you can't really see them because they're tucked in, but I mean, I already have. Ooh, can you see them? Look at this. It's so early, and I've got, I don't know if I can do that. Peppers are in there. I didn't do a very good job of that, but yeah, I'm excited. And then absolutely thrilled with the potting bench. It's not complete, but Warren built this counter for me, and I am so grateful. It is stunning. Mark and I feel a little like the frame is not worthy of this counter, but we're not as good as Warren. And that concludes, can't look at, well, side yard and front yards are, I'll just quickly go, side yard, front yard. Here we go. I've put all the lucifer together under the maple tree. We got the foxgloves and Shasta daisies, and then I've stuck all the lucifer in there. These transplanted rhodos, I think they're going to survive. And then here we've got the Ceanothus California lilac. They have really filled in front of the deck, and I'm super pleased with that. And then the cineraria, all very drought tolerant, and the deer don't touch them. Yoo-hoo. Anyways, that concludes. Oh, happy day.